Azungune kya atelo mitre kya nebilam shilo miau Azekena sarong nesendova shodolo mikalang menerji Ani akyuklimazen achame Ani zalim aumbone Kantoba isaim kyurilo miha Inchilo sunalo takamji Lene ame ngabe murungeme Chinga buki kitarake Shodo zena kyupu Hajuki lene amenabe Imkyulo isama diyawu Lene ame kyami beyawu Yenelim yirgun shayi gudra Chijinte langlange kilomi
Come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable spirit and will. So dear friends, take this opportunity, take this conference as a love of learning, a longing for discovery, and a commitment to pursuing truth. Let us be warm, passionate, dedicated, hopeful, proud, pragmatic, imaginative, attentive, supportive, enthusiastic, and mission-focused Yimkyo people in our mind, keeping in our mind our roots and our humble beginning. This is an opportune time to be reminded of our roots and be mindful of our responsibilities as an informed citizen of the present time. The chronicle of the Yimkyo Akira Ariago began with a humble beginning marked with perpetual confrontation and throughout this 57 years journey of the Yimkyo Akira Ariago, the Almighty God has been so faithful to all of us, and by the efforts and through the successes of his parish, they have been in the vanguard. We are in the vanguard of the students' community. In sync with its motto, towards a better perspective, the Yimkyo Akira Ariago is in earnest pursuit of the progress and welfare of the students' community. And today, there are about 100 faculty units affiliated to YAA, spreading across the towns and villages, stretching from the territory of the Yimkyo, from Perepong in Shamato district to Mount Saramati in Kifuri district, and far beyond into the Myanmar, speaking different dialects. We are once again, and we renew our commitment in bringing about a paradigm shift in our society. And today, as we mark the 57 years of glorious existence of the Yimkyo Akira Ariago, commemorating under the theme, Break Through the Excellence Facing the Yimkyo Future Together, I call my fellow friends and students to uphold the legacy of our pioneers and shoulder the responsibility placed upon us.
Good afternoon, everybody. सबसे पहला ईश्वर के धन्यवाद दिया से Ami Aru, Aminala team, and welcome you have accorded to me and my entourage has won our hearts. It will be a memorable day for me and all those who have accompanied me today for a long, long time to come. Pumlo is an important part of Nagaland. This district is an important part of the country. It is in the easternmost corner of the Indian nation. This area, the citizens and the people of this region are the guardians of India's eastern border. You are the guardians of the Eastern Front for 1.4 billion Indians. Though we are far away from mainland India, from the capital of the country and the metropolitan cities, the people of this region guard our borders and are the guardians in the international border between two different nations. Pumro also has great potential to rise and to get noticed. Beautiful landscape, wonderful people with great hospitality, rich biodiversity, and the district has the iconic Mount Saramati. I personally feel that this area has the scope and the potential to become an international tourist destination and a tourism hub in the years to come. You are aware that only a few days back, the base camp to Saramati was inaugurated by the Union Home Minister, which is now located at Thanamed village. This is only one small step towards a greater ecosystem that should promote the tourism industry. But the tourism industry must be promoted with a sustainable vision so that our biodiversity, our culture and heritage, and our landscape get protected, developed in a manner that is sustainable and in a manner that is protected for generations to come. We must have the vision to draw a roadmap which will bring the world here to tourism and related services. And when the world comes here, the beneficiaries must be the people of this area. The real stakeholders must benefit from the ecosystem of development and progress, and not outsiders. I think the theme of this conference, which you have had, towards excellence, is just right and appropriate for the occasion. As India's economy rises and Nagaland looks to the future to promote itself to the global economy, each and every one of us must pursue excellence. Good is no longer good enough. It is excellence that will determine our position and our status, not only at the national level, but at the international level. Today, with hundreds of young people here, we must realize that we need to groom the right leadership for our people. Leadership that is progressive, leadership that has vision, leadership that has a roadmap for our people, and leadership that is willing to give selfless contribution and sacrifice for the greater cause of the citizens who live in the grassroots level. And that will be decided by the masses. Leadership not just in politics, but in governance, bureaucracy, judiciary, civil society, tribal organizations, student movements. In all these aspects, we need progressive, visionary, and selfless leadership. That will open the gateways, that will open the doors for creating opportunities for the youth. Even as I said, that Pumro has great potential. Likewise, the entire region of eastern Nagaland has tremendous potential and scope. Nagaland is a small state, 16,500 square kilometers, about 2 million people in population, located in this far eastern corner of the Indian subcontinent, Myanmar border. But we also have people, brothers and sisters, across other Indian states, neighboring states, across international boundaries. Your own community, there are brothers and sisters here and in another country. Today, the Yumchinger community is not just located in your ancestral lands, but across all districts. Honorable MLA was telling me how much people from your community are in Kohima, Dimapur, Shoba, and in Myanmar. You, as a tribe, represent capability and by educating and empowering yourself. The ecosystem of school, college, university allows you to empower yourself. Here today sitting, we may be having great future politicians, leaders, lawyers, judges, but if you don't participate in the school council, if you don't participate in the college debate, you will not realize your talent. Today, we will be having great doctors and engineers sitting here. But if you don't put in your science assignment, you won't realize your potential. Today, you've got to put in that effort so that from here, this arena, we have doctors, engineers who will rise. Maybe the next vaccine for AIDS could be invented by a doctor, a future doctor from here. Maybe some of the great architects of the world could be sitting somewhere here in future. But for all that to happen, you have to use the power of education and knowledge to prepare yourself for the future. Modern technology, the World Wide Web, the internet, gives you the power to access any type of knowledge, any type of information at the tap of a few buttons on a little device that you're holding in your hands right now. Social media has the power to reach your voice, your message, your work, your art, your photograph to any corner of the globe in every continent on the planet by just tapping a few buttons. But that power of reach, WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all this power of social media also has its negatives. You must use the positive energy of these social media platforms to help yourself and to make yourself progress. Today, an artist doesn't need to open a showroom to sell his or her art. His or her post on Instagram will reach more people than in a little structure in the middle of town. This is the power of the social media. But I must say that with that comes responsibility. Misinformation, disinformation, fake news are also challenges we face every day. That responsibility, each of us must know and conduct ourselves accordingly. As young students, as college-going youngsters, we all have dreams, don't we? Everybody wants to change the world. I also wanted to change the world when I was a young student. Even today, as elders, as adults, as leaders, we want to change the world. But you and I know that we can't change thousands and hundreds of lives at once. But everybody has the potential to change the world by touching human beings, touching lives in a positive way. From here, as I said, in future, we're going to have doctors, engineers, teachers, professors, army officers, police officers, yadara ulawo.